Cohen here with you on Sports Talk Nation. Rutgers took on Oregon this evening, and it wasn't even close. Final score of 56-10, and it was really the Dante Moore show. We knew this was going to be tough for Rutgers. Obviously, Rutgers was a 17.5-point underdog. You're going up against the number 8 team in the country in the Oregon Ducks, an Oregon Ducks team that lost at home last week to Indiana in the battle of possibly the top 2 quarterbacks that are going to be taken in the 2026 draft between Mendoza and Moore. And it was going to be a rough evening, and it was. 56-10 was the final, and it was 35-3, not even midway through the second quarter. It was a rough run for Rutgers. But really, let's talk about Dante Moore, because I know there's going to be there's a lot of Jet fans out there. You know, you're 0-6. Right now, you're the worst team in the league right now in the NFL. You have the number 1 pick, potentially. I see it all the time on X, right? Is it going to be Mendoza? Is it going to be Fernando Mendoza? Is it going to be Dante Moore? Is it going to be Ty Simpson? I'll say this. I was very impressed with what I saw from Dante Moore today. Again, 290 yards passing, 15 completions. Guy has good touch. Very, very accurate. Now, he did throw an interception in this game in tight coverage. Something that was a problem from last week against Indiana. Threw a couple picks that game, but he has got a howitzer for an arm, and he's very impressive. Can move around the pocket, can run. Had a big run in this game for a first down. Actually, can slid for a first down. But the touchdowns, my goodness, 4 of them today for Dante Moore, as he was incredible tonight for the Oregon Ducks. I was really impressed with everything that I saw from him. And look, I know Mendoza in Indiana had a big game for the Hoosiers against Michigan State. He threw for 332 yards and 4 touchdowns as well. So the Jets quarterback of the future watch, as you would say, is certainly on between Mendoza and Moore. And for fans here in New Jersey, they certainly got a first-hand look at that. So that's where you stand with as far as Dante Moore is concerned with the Oregon Ducks, who, as I said, came in here on a mission, and they lay wood to the Rutgers Scarlet Knights in this game, beating them 56-10. As for Rutgers, it was just a rough night at the office. What can I say? They got the fumble early. They had a chance to score, couldn't do it, only settled for a field goal and a 3-0 lead, and it was really downhill from there. You then had Oregon quickly turn around. The big, 35, 40-yard touchdown pass by Dante Moore gave Oregon the lead at 7-3, and it was just downhill from there for Rutgers, as it was all Dante Moore. It was all Oregon. It was also the running game of Davison and Whittingham, who Davison and Willingham combined 225 yards on the ground. And think about this. Oregon, 750 yards of total offense. Say it again. 750 yards of total offense. 415 yards on the ground for the Oregon Ducks. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen often. NFL, college, high school, you don't see that often. 750 total yards for Oregon in this game, as they, again, were dominant throughout. The score of 56-10 almost doesn't even tell the story when you take a look, when you think about the yards that were piled up in this game by the Ducks. So for Rutgers, as they sit here now at 3-4, they've lost 4 in a row. They have some work to do. This was going to be a very tough second-half schedule against against this Big Ten schedule. We'll see if they can find a way to get a couple wins here. They still need 3 more wins to be bowl eligible, but they've got their work cut out for them for the rest of this season. We'll talk to you next time right here on Sports Talk Nation. Again, Oregon taking care of business here against the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, 56-10. Like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you next time.